So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs.
Ohio, let's go! Ohio! Ohio! Here we go! What? None! Ohio! Flex round! Here we go!
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Desmond Bryant in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Jabril Peppers is deep for Cleveland. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Shelling through the defense. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. On 2nd down, here's Palmer. Dancing to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Ten yards to go on 3rd. So the D-line's going to spread out. To throw on 3rd down. Palmer. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free up.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Let's go!
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. Eluding the pressure right. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Browns. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. A busy final day for you coming up in the NFL. Final day of the year as well. 11 other games going on as we speak. And then coming up later this afternoon, 2 games each from the AFC West and NFC West, all kicking off at the same time. Raiders, Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos, Cardinals, Seahawks, Niners, Rams.
Loving it.
And then That's it for the 2017 regular season. It'll be Happy New Year time. Charles, you going to dust off Auld Lang Syne for us tonight?
Meet me at midnight, baby. You'll find out.
Hard pass. And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll run it with Bell. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Gun, Dobbs. Well, the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking it about the 36. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And out will come the offense as they take over. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no 1st down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick?
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. They give him a gain of 37.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Here's Hunt. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Pick up there, 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Akeem Hunt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. On second down, Dobbs escaping the pressure right. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his and he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The number 1 overall pick, Myles Garrett, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Dobbs now on second down. Being chased out left. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Shift together here from the D-line. Dobbs looking to throw on first down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Dobbs out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Come on, let's go.
In motion left comes Bryant. On first and 10, Dobbs. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And some space here. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Dobbs is throwing. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. That'll bring up second down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On second down, it's Bell. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And the Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Again, it's Bell. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So no update from Larry after 17 weeks. Folks are saying, let's get on with the show. So we'll oblige as we get you set for the second half kickoff. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And getting a look at the Wildcat here. The second half starts with a carry by Bell. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll go again with Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Second down following the run. In motion, James, the tight end. here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
In motion, James, the tight end. Here's Dobbs to throw. That is caught at the 7. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Now Bell. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
36.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Palmer now off the bootleg. And Carson's taken down. Down he goes in the end zone. It's a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And that'll bring up 2nd down. A little too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end. But running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. He completes it to Bryant. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective, is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And down to the 36-yard line here. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Let's go. Let's round.
They go play action here on first down, letting one go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Elsewhere, NFL scoreboard, third quarter now in Tennessee. And adding on to their lead, the Jaguars have scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So 2nd and 10 here. Now Ryan Matthews in the game. He gets the call here. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
And the Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Dobbs to throw. This is Bell on the dump off. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. Hoping for a 4th down stop. Instead, they flinch and move the chains.
Flinch, jump, not watching the ball. All the sins that you're not supposed to commit, they come into play there.
So now it's 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Bell. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to throw Dobbs. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Antonio Brown with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They go play action now. Palmer buying time to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And for the defense, their third sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
Back now in Pittsburgh. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Palmer. He finds Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Flushed out right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And not wanting to take a shot out of the pocket, he tucks it and goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. And the quarterback is actually split out wide there in the Wildcat. Now Dobbs. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Weatherspoon. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
They'll run. This is Hunt. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Throwing is Palmer. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. And now out come the Steelers. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Here we go with 2nd and 7.
That's what I'm talking about. That's it, boy. Let's go. What? Check back the ladder. Check back the ladder. Coming to you. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. 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 Ohio.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He finds an opening past the 40. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
2nd down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Back to throw. He'll find the rookie, Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. Bell sheds him off. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the 4th. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the fourth quarter now. And it was the Jaguars who were able to come away with a victory there. If they could win that game, it would mean win number 11 for them on the season. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. They're up by one. They have the football. The key here, just don't do anything silly, right, Charles?
That's exactly right. And you know, all the admonitions as they ran out there. Take care of the ball. Secure everything. Be tight in everything that you do. No let up, no crazy plays, and they can go home with a victory.
Let's see here if they can do all those things and hang on to this victory. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is knocked down from the side. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. Now it's Hunt. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to